And welcome back to Idaho State Esports. I'm Dirk,
And I am Lunar Potatoes.
and it is game 6,
6.
kind of 7. We have a double header
We
today, so
do.
that's exciting.
Yeah, this means after this game finishes, we're gonna have a short break, and then we're gonna go live again, and then we'll be doing the week 7 game.
Yep. So,
So,
lucky you guys who love Overwatch, you get
A lot
double
of
the
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
So much Overwatch.
So this week or this game, we play LU, Lindenwood University.
Yes.
We see quite a good even matchup, I would
Yeah.
suspect. A lot of masters all along the board.
Yeah. Not
Uh,
everyone is a master.
Um,
We
Yeah.
I believe we do have the first map already known, but not the hero brands yet. So we are starting on Lijiang Tower. I did not say that correctly, but you get what I mean.
yeah, Lijiang. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a given.
Yeah.
Lijiang Tower is the first one with control. The next map is yet to be determined, but I would guess it might be hybrid
It's probably King's Row.
Kings Row.
Yeah.
So you betting on it?
Yeah.
Put money on that?
No, but I'm gonna say it.
Me too. Me too. So just a little reminders coming your way that we do have an open play this weekend on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes, so fill out that form in the our Twitch profile description. Fill it out.
Yeah,
Come down.
come show us what you're made of. You might be
Yeah.
able to meet us, might be able to meet some of the players. It'll be a good time, and coaches will be looking out for some talent.
Exactly.
Also, another announcement. Remember, we do have a Twitch VOD competition where you could win one of these amazing jerseys.
Not this jersey specifically, but a jersey that looks very similar to it. This is
Upside down. There you go.
Jersey.
They look sick.
Yeah.
I think I'll get
And
one.
they'll put your name on the back.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, all you gotta do is get a Twitch VOD from one of these broadcasts. It doesn't have to be. It could be anything. Could be a
Yeah.
cool moment. Could be us just goofing off.
And it could be from any game. Make a clip of that. Post that clip. And if your clip has the most views at the end of the season, you win. So yeah.
Doesn't matter how you get those views. Just
Just
get
the
those views. Just pay all your friends. That's what I'm gonna do. Pay my friends. So bans have come up. Looks like we have banned Tracer.
And they have banned Kiriko.
Yeah.
So from what we've seen, LU has been pretty strong. One of their DPS has been pretty exclusively on Tracer for most of what we've seen.
Yes.
And of course Kiriko is like a given for support, so
Yeah. A little more information about this week. We are going to see Huge once again, subbing in for Zareth. And I'm guessing we'll see a good amount of Reaper gameplay from Huge.
yes.
And I did see from the other team's DPS that they like to play Reaper as well.
Exactly.
So it might be a battle of
the Reapers.
the shotgun pistols. Is that what they are?
The shotguns, yeah.
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 So we'll see that. And
Yeah, a lot of reloads a lot of guns are gonna be scattered around the floor.
yeah,
from that.
that's just littering at that point.
I don't think he cares. I don't think Reaper is the kind of guy who cares about littering.
Right. So depending on how those Reapers play out, we'll see if we get to see. We'll see if we get to see. I guess some more bans of Reaper down the road, like
Yeah.
kind of what we saw last week.
Yeah, we'll see as well if like both of them are gonna just stick with it, or they're kind of just gonna, I guess, ice each other out and both end up swapping. But
Yeah.
I enjoy a good Reaper 1v1, so I'm hoping that we get to see it because it's very fun.
Yeah. Another character that we will probably see is a lot of Wrecking Ball.
Yeah,
We saw a couple of their past games where they really
really like the hamster.
like the hamster. Yeah.
Really like the hamster.
And I don't blame him. Hamster can be fun, but I can't control him that well. It takes a special person to be able to control the hamster.
The hamster's wild. He's very exciting though.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be fun to just see how we play against Hammond, because a lot of tanks are a lot slower than Hammond
Yeah.
is, and Hammond is very much not. So
Well, one of our players kind of let us know that they have played against that tank before.
Yeah,
He's
and
like,
they're
it's fitting
kind
a human.
yeah, and he's kind of like a one trick.
Yeah. So as long as Idaho State has a game plan on how to handle the hamster,
Then if he switches, hopefully it won't be as big a threat as the hamster. So
Yeah, and we saw he has some other side characters that he can pick. He can go Ramatra, he can go Winston, he can even go Zarya,
yes,
but definitely not as strong in those categories. So
wrecking ball.
maybe
So, yeah,
if ISU finds that they can handle the hamster, try to keep him locked in. Maybe ban some of his secondaries.
yeah,
Keep him locked into the hamster. But if they can't handle the hamster,
ban
make sure he goes to the other ones.
ban wrecking ball.
They have a lot of different avenues
Yeah.
here.
And I think we also heard that one of their supports is a pretty one of their supports is a bit of a Kiriko one trick and the other's like a Lucio one trick. So with Kiriko being banned, I think it'll be interesting to see what both teams sub are in for.
Mm-hmm.
But especially with allegedly less practice for LU not on Kiriko.
Yeah, and I wonder if how much that will matter in game 1 because they did ban Kiriko.
Yes.
So they feel confident that
they can play
even though
with
they
that
feel like they're ISU feels like there might be a one-trick pony Kiriko player, but maybe not. Maybe they have a little bit of comfortability in other avenues, and so they're comfortable making sure that we don't play Kiriko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they did ban Kiriko. Because we banned Tracer.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna have to find out.
Yeah. And honestly, we'll see. I think they might even pull out a Sombra if the Tracer is not available.
Yeah, we did see some Sombra, which you don't normally see competitively, but I think it could be very interesting. This team comp from what we've seen is been pretty different from what a lot of the other previous rounds team comps have been. So I think this will be an interesting one for how we play against it.
Yeah, I would say throughout the season we've seen about 75% Zarya in the tank role, and we've seen a pretty decent amount of Genjis. As far as supports, they feel about the same throughout each team.
Wu Yang, Kiriko, or Lucio. Yeah.
This one feels a little different.
It does feel very different. And as we see with our current team comps, starting out, Finn immediately not going Hammond, immediately going with the Ramatra. So we've got each team having a Lucio. We've got LU having their second support being Baptiste, ISU's being Wu Yang, of course Finn being Ramatra, Zarbon on Zarya.
Huge momentum coming from LU's side. They got there really quick.
We've got Lemonade on the Cassidy, huge swapping soon from Symmetra onto Reaper, but for LU we see Felius is staying with the Symmetra and Zippy also on the Reaper. So we're getting to see that Reaper beat Reaper here. Lemonade making the swap over to Sojourn, and Diane on Moira.
And before the point even opened up, LU decided to put the pedal to the metal and keep ISU out of the building.
Yeah.
But let's see what ISU chooses to do. I mean, maybe Zarban going down that quickly honestly might not be as useful to LU as you would suspect because it's so early in the game.
Yeah, especially with the point having not opened by that time, it didn't really set them back too far. Although now, as the point first initial control going to Lindenwood here, we see ISU starting to really get pushed back and faltering more on this team battle here.
What we did see is Ronan with the Baptiste already had his ultimate up and already used it immediately. So with that kind of momentum, you do get a little bit more money in your pocket as far as the ultimate content goes. So it gives you a little bit of an edge. And maybe that's what LU decided to do at this point.
Yeah, we've got Zippy rushing in there past them, and there's the Ramatra ultimate forcing ISU back a bit further, and that is already going to be a team kill, which is not a great way to start. But it's still very early. It's still early.
It is still early. We do have a couple ultimates to our name, and here pretty soon LU will as well.
Yeah, there's the Symmetra ultimate going off. They also have the Reaper and, well, they're not where the Lucio just got popped. So there goes that. But there's Lemonade using the Sojournal, and we do have Diane using the Moira and also the Lucio ult coming as well.
Lemonade finding that head on Finn. taking care of it.
Yeah, ISU really pushing on to this point, and at 96 for LU getting it captured. Starting to really swing and push back the other way now that we're kind of into it.
Now ISU had to pull out all the stops, putting every ultimate on the table just to get that point captured.
Yep.
LU does have one ultimate from Zippy Bloom, and as long as ISU doesn't get into a tight pocket like now,
Yeah,
they
beginning
should
King
come
not
out okay.
able to quite escape that Death Blossom in time, and Zippy and Ronan kind of chasing down the team as they dodge back. Huge coming, barely unable to touch in time. Right on the corner of it with that teleport, though.
Very strong win for the first round for LU.
Yeah.
Almost record time.
A little bit. Yeah, it was pretty quick.
I was actually surprised how quickly they got to the middle of the map. It was it was only second or milliseconds before ISU, but
Milliseconds are all they needed.
that's all you need to, and honestly, huge having to swap back to the Reaper.
Yeah. He was kind of a little, especially with Felius sticking with the Symmetra, he was like, it kind of really set him back for kind of being there for his team. But is Felius not opening with the Symmetra? We have quite a few switches actually. Felius now on Genji, Zippy on the Sombra, Finn on the Wrecking Ball, Ronan now the Wu Yang, and Lemonade is now Pharah, Zaravan on Doomfist, and Diane back on the Wu Yang. So quite a lot of swaps from across the board, really.
I think the main reason we did not see the Wrecking Ball in the first round is because Lijiang Tower didn't have this many holes to fall through, so the Wrecking Ball didn't have as many avenues to do a lot of booping.
Yes, with yeah, Lijiang
as
Tower has a lot of opportunities to really just plant the grapple and go swinging around and just start knocking people over. Especially with Lucio here too, it is definitely a concern to just fall off the map. Yeah, Zaravan getting cornered a little bit there by most of LU, which have pushed ISU pretty much to the doors of their spawn, which is not a great way to start. Yeah.
So just waiting for the correct opportunity, and LU gonna peel off just to give them the opportunity, and they're probably gonna set up for something else, but let's see what ISU has to answer for it.
Yeah, we've got Lemonade staying low, trying to get some shots off here on the bit of a corner here on the DPS, some of the support, trying to really chase him down.
LU kind of split up. It's causing ISU to have to split their focus. It's like,
oh, there's the Hammond ult, and Lemonade also has the Pharah ult, and Zippy has the Sombra ult too. Kind of continuing to really keep ISU unable to get close to the point here, still staying pretty close to their own spawn. Though they're pulling back here, but definitely quite far away from the objective. Yeah, there's the EMP blast there. Zaravan trying to run in and not able to, even using his ult, able to stick around, and there's a second team kill on ISU.
if you're gonna wait for a time to do a Sombra ult, that was probably it, because with just 10 minutes or just 10% left, it is not a lot of time to make a real comeback here. Now, Bacon and Cakes did manage to go and touch.
Yeah,
good kills happening across the board, but
really
now
it's dodging around this pillar against Hammond here.
Bacon and Cakes making it possible for his team to stay in this game.
Yeah, Zaravan getting the rush in to reclaim that point right through that overtime, so it's not over yet. We'll see how, we'll see if they're able to keep hold of this.
Lindenwood, thinking they had that in the bag, uses every single ultimate in their pockets.
Yeah, like that Genji ult was popped very early and kind of just haphazardly into that team fight, and probably would have come in handy right about now.
So now ISU has a chance. Oh, is he gonna go chase it?
Yeah, we've got Huge's ult ready to go, which is the only ultimate currently ready. We do have Diane swapping to Juno as well. So yeah,
Finn the Human is not that far behind and will have his ultimate up here pretty soon. As long as ISU thinks about positioning, should be able to navigate that, but I would suspect that the Wrecking Ball will want to do. Oh my gosh.
Diana, no, sorry, Lemonade almost booping him off the map there, but Finn is able to grapple back up and using that ultimate to try and force people off that section of the point. You see him just freaking swinging around. That's the joy of Hammond right there. That's all you need. Yeah, a bit more of the momentum swinging back for LU on that team fight there. We're able to eke out a win, which does give them back control of it.
So as overtime clocks down, giving Lindenwood the win there for map 1. Man,
yes.
I cannot speak today.
Yeah.
I've been infected with something.
Sombra with the play of the game. I assume it's probably that first EMP. It is.
Didn't even
very
see her coming.
good. Oh, and she got a triple. So yeah, it was a very good round to start with.
Yeah,
And I think that seeing the Wrecking Ball, I think ISU is gonna have a lot to adapt to, and I think I have high hopes that they'll be able to.
Yeah, and especially looking at these next bans, I would suspect that they do ban the Wrecking Ball, if not the Sombra.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a give and take there.
Exactly.
You might ban the Sombra, but you got the Twitch to worry about, which does make you have to worry about your backs, because that's just how Sombra and Twitch work.
Twitch?
Tracer. Why was I calling her Twitch?
I don't know.
Tracer, man, I
would rather deal with a Tracer than a Sombra, though. So if I had to ban one or the other, it'd be Sombra.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah. We'll see what they do, though, because both of those characters gave them a lot of trouble there. I feel like they might be able to deal with the Hammond a little better, but it really, I guess, just depends, because
yeah, it's a hard call to make, because when you do make a ban, you can't just keep banning them game to game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can ban the same person twice throughout the set, but I know you cannot ban them back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you cannot ban them
twice in the
set. So it really just which round are we wanting to get rid of him?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, because the way Hammond really shines is kind of what we saw. He grappled right in the middle,
and
just
was
spun in circles,
around,
making pretty much an impenetrable area.
comes a bit of a centrifuge there, a bit of a collider, like a super collider of just a hamster, and you kind of just have to get out of the way for a bit and wait for him to stop.
So, I mean, on the other hand, when it comes to bans, sometimes just picking the right game mode and map does a lot. Like how effective is Hammond going to be on a hybrid
exactly
King's Row? And that's probably what we'll see.
Half of Hammond's utility is grappling to one place and swinging around there, and with a hybrid, that's only going to be very helpful for the first half. And then when you're moving the payload, it's a bit he's either too fast for the payload or just the same speed as every other tank. So if you're either really push forward or really push back, then sure, but it's not really worth it when you're moving it to stay on the hamster.
But that's just the opinion of two casters. I mean, we could see Finn the Human just pull him out regardless.
Exactly.
Because he's really comfortable with Hammond.
And it shows that he's very comfortable with Hammond, but it also depends because we saw with that Ramatra in the front, didn't feel like ISU could deal with the Ramatra very much. So if you ban Hammond, now you have to fight Ramatra.
Yeah.
And I don't think they did too well against Ramatra.
Well, with Ramatra, there was a lot of tight corners. You had a lot of bottlenecks, and
Ramatra's got a lot of utility with those bottlenecks, a lot of AoE moves to just push you out.
They may want to ban Ramatra if they choose to go with King's Row. Yeah. Because there are a lot of bottlenecks that they can utilize.
Especially at the second half of that payload, Ramatra could just I'm pretty sure his AoE is almost the size of some of those corridors completely.
Exactly.
So it's you just can't move.
So maybe forcing Finn the Human to stay on Hammond as much
Yeah.
as possible might be the way to go.
Yeah.
But if he feels like he's not going to do that, he might go with Winston or with another, mirroring Zarya.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Well, guess we'll just have to find out.
yeah, we'll also keep an keep an eye out if any substitutions are happening on ISU's end. We haven't heard anything yet, but Zareth is available for substitution if they feel like they need to swap him out for either um, Huge or Lemonade, because Lemonade kind of expressed that she wasn't feeling 100%. So
Yeah.
we'll see if she chooses to sit out for map 2 and so forth.
Yeah.
But she might feel like, no, we just need to
Just lock
buck
in.
up and all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Which I suspect is what's going to
Probably
happen.
gonna be. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is also a quite the decision these teams are making. Still, we are still deciding on the bans here, so.
Yeah, they're good. They're really meditating on this one.
You've got the weight of the universe here, writing on what do you do about the rodent.
And I don't even think we have a map pick quite yet.
No.
So we'll
Yeah,
so
well,
until they make that decision, we'll go on break and we'll catch you guys when we have more information.
aye aye. See you soon.
Should be
Cool.
Initiating match.
And welcome back from that short break. We got the news of the game.
We do. We are going to Hollywood.
Hollywood. I love Hollywood. Not really. I don't like playing Hollywood.
I like playing Hollywood.
So the bans, real quick, because they are just about into the game. We banned the Wrecking Ball,
We've gotten rid of the hamster.
and they banned Sojourn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We did see Lemonade was on Sojourn a bit there, and she did get that headshot off with her whole pretty, like, in the...
Oh yeah, that
beginning
was a
of it.
headshot. I was
Yeah.
not paying attention to what she was actually playing. Yeah.
You called it out.
I thought she was playing like Ash or something.
No.
I was not paying attention there. But
But yeah, no
Yeah.
no more Sojourn. So you don't have
No
to
more
worry about
Sojourn.
it.
honestly, I'm not surprised. Sojourn is super difficult to deal with, and I think this team could play Tracer. Looks like they won't. They probably stick with that Cassidy.
Yeah. We've got Felius on the Genji, Finn now on the Hazard, Ronan on the Ana. Huge now on the Genji, Lemonade sticking with Pharah, Zarbon on the Doomfist, and Diane back on the Kiriko.
Yeah, we saw Zarban switch to the Doomfist a little bit in map 1.
Yeah.
I love to see it. I want to see him pop off, but going up against a Hazard,
Yeah.
they kind of feel the same to me. Just jumping in, jumping out, soaking up a ton of damage.
Yes. I have to admit, I am less familiar with Hazard, but I feel like Doom has a lot more like verticality, which is not hard because he's Doomfist compared to every other tank.
Yeah,
but,
you're right.
I feel like Zarbon can get the drop on him pretty well. I feel like Hazard doesn't move quite as fast.
Ooh. Lemonade getting sniped out of the air from
the
viral.
Wu-Yang, yeah.
Wu-Yang. Interesting.
Got our Felius coming in the back on that little tank fight, taking Zarbon out.
Zarban finding issue with finding those in and out moments. The thing about Doomfist is you gotta go in, create pressure, and be able to get out. And Doomfist has a lot of utility to be able to do that.
But
so
if
just
you don't
timing
have an exit strategy, you don't have an exit strategy.
Exactly.
And Doom is kind of like, once you start getting hits on him, he goes down without too much trouble if you get him pinned. And we have seen Zarbon start to struggle a bit on those exit strategies, so I'm hoping that we'll see him staying alive a little bit longer this game.
Lemonade would have had that if she didn't have to reload. She would have had that.
Oh, Felius already with the Dragon Blade, and getting both supports out. Oh,
It's a quad.
goodness. Yeah, Lemonade just kind of having to stay alive here. At least she did not die to Felius.
Yeah.
Still was a team kill, though.
Lemonade did just stand there and was trying to make sure she didn't get staggered too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bit of the turn and sprint, but
But
yeah.
with 2 ultimates, Bacon and Cakes does pop his immediately, just trying to get to this point.
Yep, Finn with the ult there, taking out Zarbon, and Wu-Yang, Viral also using the Wu-Yang ult. Lindenwood do still have the Cassidy ult, and ISU do have the Kiriko, and soon to be the Soldier. So far, also no progress has been made on claiming the objective, which is kind of interesting.
They touched it for a second.
Yeah, all these team fights going on, and they are not happening on the objective. They are happening adjacent to the objective.
Now, ISU does have to be careful because the Cassidy ult is available to Lindenwood.
We do have
which
Lemonade
makes it hard to
as
capture
well.
that point.
Yeah, so gotta be wary of a lot of these openings here. Lemonade with the Soldier though, so finding a good opportunity to also just kind of aimbot some people out of the way. Which so far,
Just got to find the opportunity to do so. They need
Yeah.
to get this is. I guess I can talk about this now. This is why I'm not a huge fan of Hollywood. I mean, it's kind of like Kings Row in a sense, where you have this little bottleneck you have to punch through, and it's really difficult.
Yeah, but that's the fun part about it. I like it more than King's Row, just because King's Row always felt a lot tighter. I feel like Hollywood's more open. Oh, there's the Cassidy ult.
Oh, he tried to go in there and try to cancel, and he's going to go back door and get to the point.
Dang, Zarvan, dude, if he had a bit more health going into that meteor strike there, I think he would have had it, but not quite having too much here. There is contention on the point, but not for very long.
And time does tick down. No capture for ISU.
Complete.
What a start.
Yeah, what a start. So Lindenwood has their turn to try to capture, and ISU will have to do the exact same. Waste 4 minutes and don't let them capture not even a single third.
Yeah,
of
not
the
even a third. Which, we'll see if they can hold that bottleneck and keep these fights as far away as Lindenwood was, which is doable on this map.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy it.
This is a
Gun killer.
6-gun killer. I would see that movie.
I would
Why not?
totally see that movie.
A Gold Shatter Films Pictures film.
See, this is the secret lore implications for the next hero. It's gonna be the next gun through the darkness of space.
No, I wouldn't watch that movie. That just looks bad.
That looks like a B movie. That
B movie.
it does.
It's also from Goldshire, so I don't know. Their production value has been pretty top notch this season, so yeah.
Yeah. This is really random, but they're making a Velocipaster 2 movie, and I'm very excited about that.
Velocipaster. I forgot about
They're making a
Velocipaster.
sequel.
Oh wait, you're not just looking for a
So Finn the Human does switch over to the Roadhog.
Dude, pretty much everyone on Lindenwood swapped characters.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just.
My boy, Zenyatta!
Oh yeah, you're.
Defend objective.
We got Felius on the Widow, Zippy on the Soldier, Finn on the Roadhog, and Ronan on Zenyatta!
Yeah, Viral did not change.
No.
He did have a good amount of little snipes here and there.
Yeah, yeah.
Zaraban
A lot
going wide.
Lemonade is
What's Zaraban's plan?
targeting.
I love this.
Yeah, Lemonade is friggin' targeting Roadhog. It's just running over and just chipping him away a
that's
little bit more. Yeah, I feel like, and the time has now come to try and sprint away.
So unfortunately, he does come back and does take out Diane.
Yeah. Oh, Viral getting 2 kills there, and Zippy getting the final shot on Huge with the
Yeah.
that team kill leading right into a very quick objective take.
We'll see where the play of the game goes to, but Finn the Human decided to take an interesting approach, going for a very wide berth, just walk past the whole defense.
He did. He just freaking kind of strolled in there. You know, it kind of sucks because Roadhog can do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like on a
Yeah.
he's got so much health, and he heals, like his heal animation is so like quick, and he can move while he does it.
Yeah.
Like Lemonade was just following a step behind and just chipping away and got so many shots, and he was still walking around enough to turn around and decide to just kill her.
Interesting strat, but
If it works,
It
I
works, it
guess.
works.
If it works, he's just having a stroll through downtown.
so I'm assuming they'll. I mean, depending on the map, obviously.
Yeah.
They might bring back the Wrecking Ball immediately. They might not. They might just keep on picking different people like they did in that last round.
Yeah, so much for I feel like we were led to believe that a lot more of Lindenwood were like gonna stick with one character, and they have swapped a lot.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they've swapped characters more than any other team we've seen.
Yeah, not like remember Sky Sniper?
Yes.
He swapped like 8 times. That was funny.
I wonder if he thinks about that Hanzo to the ground.
Oh,
I think I would,
maybe
because it wasn't the angle was crazy on it.
it was.
But
But let's
Yeah.
go to another break, just so we have. Last time they definitely meditated a good while to plan for that next map, and we'll probably expect the same from this map. So we'll go on break. We'll come back when we have the bands and the map.
yes, so see you soon. Who was the second ban? All right, we are now back in the game. We have our map pick. We have the map is Atlas that we're calling Atlas, and we have our hero brands as well.
Yep, we from ISU they are banning the Wu Yang, and LU are banning the Cassidy.
Yeah.
It seems like every single time LU has just banned one of their
Yeah.
players
It
or one of their chosen. Yeah.
I feel yeah, it has seemed like that, which is interesting because Lemonade hasn't really been using the Cassidy as much, but LU definitely has. So, I guess it's just interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just throwaway bans, like they don't respect the ban.
Respect the band, bro.
Respect the ban, bro. So yeah, I'd be interested in finding out what the reasoning for that is, but it is what it is. But we are into the
Oh, we've got a swap out for LU. Finn is gone. We now have Ether.
interesting.
And Felius is now, well, we got some swaps too, because Felius is now tank, and Ronin is now DPS instead of support.
Okay.
Yep.
Interestingly, Huge is choosing the Vantage.
Venture.
Venture. My mistake.
Their name is Venture.
And I am interested to see what he shows, or what he's going to do with it.
There they go.
Speed is apparently the name
That
of the game.
is fair enough. I think it's fun to use Venture against the team that had the Wrecking Ball, just because they are kind of similar with how quick and like just knocking you around both characters are. But both teams also still have Lucio, that's also a pretty infamous thing he does. So
Huge does go down to the Ronin.
yeah, we do have a quick swap from Zippy off the Torbjorn back onto the Reaper. And I look over and the kill feed is very blue dominated. But yeah, early lead for LU, and we do have some swaps already. We got Zarvan on the Roadhog and Lemonade on the Soldier. I almost called him Reaper. That's not right.
The Reaper, at first I didn't understand where the Reaper, I was like, where'd the Reaper go? Obviously, he just teleported away. But yeah, Zaraban with the Roadhog, I wonder if he's just going to go and do a lot of just in-your-face action, but LU is doing a pretty good job at keeping ISU away for the time being
Yes.
and allowing them in the building.
Yeah. I had a lot of pretty one-sided fights here. The Huge does manage to take Ronin down. And we do have 2 ultimates for Lindenwood ready to go, followed almost by Baptiste. We have the Zarya and the Tracer, and there goes the Zarya one and the Baptiste ult. And now we've got the Reaper ult ready to go, and almost the Lucio. Quite a difference in ultimate percentages here compared to ISU.
I think Lemonade, what's going through her mind right now is that she needs to get an opening for her team. Find an angle and find a back door to put pressure on LU.
And yeah, with I feel like Tracer is a good pick to kind of really starting to change up the angle here. We got the Death Blossom coming in and pretty quickly tearing through a lot of ISU there. Huge, barely unable to get out of there. Unable to hop back over that block, and we do get another team kill for ISU and
all before
next objective.
second point even open.
Yeah, a lot is happening incredibly quickly here.
Oh, just kill him.
Come on.
Oh, heals. And unfortunately, Zaraban does go down. Zaraban does get zippy.
Oh, nice.
I saw that backwards.
That is a little embarrassing in our faith in Zaraban there. We do have 3 ultimates now. Almost Ventures is ready for ISU. We got the Roadhog, Kiriko, and Lucio. Ventures is so close. And Lindenwood still have the Lucio ult ready to go.
So now ISU has the point, which is the first time they've had. No, they had a point in map 1
Yeah,
for a time.
they did. Oh, we got a like every ult pretty much from ISU popping at once. The Roadhog Lucio and Kiriko. We got the enemy Lucio ult as well. Followed quickly by Lemonade with the Pulsar and Huge also with the Venture ult. And all that, and not able to do too much damage to Lindenwood.
Felis waiting and biding his time before he popped off his ultimate and doing the gravity, the black hole gravity well.
Yeah, and
Yeah, good timing on
controls-
LU.
Yeah, they really waited that out, and it went in their favor. And now we've got control back in Lindenwood, and Huge making a swap to Echo.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, Echo's always an interesting one.
Yeah, I like his ultimate. It's one of my favorites. I've never played it, but I love seeing it.
It's one of my favorites. Don't use it, but it's cool. Zippy with another Death Blossom, and Baptiste with freaking which ultimate for Ether is that? Like that's like the second or third one I feel that Ether has used this game. And we're okay. It's probably third. Great.
So Lindenwood able to tie it up on that second point. Now the ISU needs to get back to the flashpoint and recapture.
And we do have Lemonade now on the Bastion, so we get the bright, colorful Lego here while try and make a bit of a dent here. We do get Ronan with the
See if someone touches.
bomb there.
They do not.
No,
Very close though.
just always like a little bit too slow to catch up there, which is unfortunate.
Oh, Zerban doing some nice hook action to try to protect his team.
Yeah, now did give him his ultimate.
Love it.
Kill the Tracer. Yeah, bacon and cake. Grab at his team, get him rushing in.
So with so much time between these different points opening up, it gives each team a lot of time to reset. But it seems like what Lindenwood and ISU are interested in are just brawling it out.
We do have the Roadhog ult, the Kiriko ult, and the Gravity Well for Lindenwood popping all at once there. And Lemonade and Bacon and Cake about to get their own ultimates as well. And all of that utility being used, and control goes back to Lindenwood.
Yeah, but they had to survive there for a good while without any support. So pretty good on ISU there.
Yeah, Viral catching Lemonade a bit off guard there. But yeah, quite the brawl happening in this corridor here.
Yeah, very hard when
Another team kill.
a lot of staggering is happening. It's making the teamwork a lot harder to manage and get organized.
I feel like too, with all these kind of just brawls, it feels like a bit of a breakdown for ISU is happening, or I feel like we're seeing a lot of people just kind of rushing in and picking a target, and instead of a little less like cohesion.
And honestly, that really just
yeah.
comes down to team communication. It's one of the most important aspects of the game. When
Yeah.
you get frazzled like this, I mean, we kind of see it here in-house when you have a bad game. Sometimes communication does go down. People are a lot less quiet, talking a lot less. And what's important is you do communicate every step of the way.
Yeah, especially with another with map 3 going to Lindenwood, which is going to be
That will be the set.
yeah, is going to be the end of the game there with 3 going to Lindenwood.
And it is now round 7:30, and we do have another. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it is 7:30 now. We have another game coming up at 8:30. So join us back in an hour.
Yes.
But in the meantime,
Quite.
yeah, what'd you like about the game?
I think it was really fun just seeing a lot of like character swaps, and I feel like a lot of different fighting dynamics were tried, but I feel like Lindenwood was just kind of able to, I think, yeah, they really frazzled ISU, and ISU kind of wasn't able to recover. And as each game got on, I feel like they got a little more out, kind of not cohesive, and it kind of just spiraled.
Yeah, what we're kind of seeing is teams that come out swinging and go in hard and put a lot of pressure in the early and mid game, even to the point where we're not able to even get outside of our own spawn.
Yeah.
That's we're seeing a lot of that meta going around with the different schools, and ISU has struggled a little bit to address that.
Yes.
So, um, but I have faith they will definitely have a game plan for that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
And yeah, I think they are starting to. I do think that they do have very good adaptability against characters. I think the main problem here too is that both teams were swapping so much
it
that
does make it hard to really have a concrete plan because
yeah, I
the
feel
plan
like
changes.
the plan changes a
Yeah.
lot, and I feel like Lindenwood was a bit more comfortable on a lot of those different characters than ISU was in like getting a new plan against them on the fly.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of I feel like something like the Roadhog swap was more very reactive instead of really this is what we're gonna do. It was more of what do I do? Let's do this.
Yes.
But
But
yeah,
that will wrap up game 7, 6,
game six.
game 6,
Game six
and
in an hour will be game 7.
exactly. So we will catch you guys then. Stay tuned. We won't go on break. The stream will end, and we'll resume it back at 8:30.
Yes, yes.
Catch us then.
Alrighty. Yeah.